Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
One of the worst things you could do ever, not really ever, but it's one of the worst things. I don't know why it is, but it just sets me off, and maybe you've been there too. Maybe you've been in that situation where somebody comes to you for help, and you challenge them a little bit, and the next thing you know, when you tell them what they really need to do, they roll their eyes. Oh my gosh, does that drive me crazy? Absolutely crazy. And there's a reason for it. The rolling the eyes is you're wasting my time. You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm better than you. That's at least what I feel. And basically, you're an idiot, and I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Now, what's crazy, when it comes to a few things, if you come to me for help, I'm not trying to get on my soapbox, but I guess I am. But if you come to me, I'm going to listen to what you have to say. And when you tell me that you're having a hard time hitting your goals in life, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions on why. Then what we're going to do together, we are going to come up with what it is that you want. And when I say we, is because we're going to purify it. You're going to say that you want to do this, whatever your life's ambitions are, we're going to nail it down. We're going to get some goals put in place on what's meaningful and purposeful for you so that you can find fulfillment. And what I do is I go through the questioning and the answering and the listening and the writing down, and as we narrow down what it is that's truly most important to you, we come to that pass where now I ask the questions, two things. What are you willing to do, and what are you willing to give up? Because you're going to have to figure that part out. There is a fair rate of exchange for everything. You want the relationship? There's a fair rate of exchange. You want the bank account? There is a fair rate of exchange. Do you want the lifestyle? Fair rate of exchange. What are you willing to give up, and what are you willing to do in order to get just that? And we put this plan together, and guess what? Here's the cool part. You're required to do all the work. And when we identify what it exactly is that is meaningful to you and what's purposeful and where you're going to find fulfillment, and then I basically draw it out, not basically, I actually draw it out with you. This is what you're going to have to do. And the reaction sometimes is some people are digging in cool. Sometimes a lot of lip service. Sometimes a lot of excuses. A lot of procrastination. Then there's a few people, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. I'm ready. I'm super excited. There's no excuses. Then it's just commitment. And that's where we go to the what's important now. What can we do right now for you to go towards your goal? You can make that decision right now yourself. What do you have to do right now at this minute, this very moment, for you to pursue one of your goals? Well, just do it. That's simple. But what I do is I cheerlead you along, and I try to get you to a point where you can do it with a little bit more excitement. You can get a little bit more proficient in your time spent towards pursuing your goals and ambitions. That's what my hope is. So there's a long time ago, really long time ago, I was the most materialistic, shallow person you could possibly meet. Shocker, but that's really where I came from. I mean, that's what happens right before everything bottoms out. You realize that, or you don't realize, you're a shallow person. Your life isn't very meaningful. You're not doing anything meaningful. Your friendships are shallow. They're not deep at all. There's no real connection. And then when you do something silly, then make a bunch of bad decisions, well, then all of a sudden you want to check out. You want to be done with your life because you're that shallow. You've got yourself here. Pride, ego, bad attitude, all those things all rolled up into one. So I had to check myself in somewhere. And when I didn't want to be me anymore, I'm dealing with a therapist. And the therapist was like a 75-year-old Polish psychologist from Poland, full accent and everything. And she used to say my name the right way, Mr. Zdrowski. And when she would say it, It used to irritate me, but this woman held me accountable, and she asked me some questions, and I'm going to ask them to you right now. Are you willing to give up this lifestyle? Yes. And are you willing to do anything to change your life? Yes. Including change your playground. Yes. And change your playmates. Yes. You have issue with money. So since money is one of your issues, what I want you to do is, you're willing to keep your word? Yes. You're willing to do whatever I say because I know? Yes. I'm in a safe environment. Yes, I'm willing to do whatever you say. Do you keep your word? Yes. Good. When you leave here at the end of your treatment, you need to go find a minimum wage paying job for 1 year. I was like, I cursed at her like right away. Oh, so you're not a man of your word. And if you're not a man of your word, what that means is you are going to go back to this lifestyle again. And then, no pity for you. Okay. And I started to condition it, but I don't want to do this, but I'm not going to work at McDonald's. There's nothing working at great training at McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. Isn't that terrible? That's the kind of person I became back then, that I was like criticizing that. I'll take a minimum wage, but I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. And here's who I am. And I'm a champion of the universe. And it was such a reality check for me at the moment. The second scariest day of my life was going into rehab. The first scariest day was having all these skills and all these tools and knowledge that I was trying to develop. That was the scariest day, was leaving rehab, because I had freedom of choice now. I could do whatever. I know better now. I've been given all the tools, and I've decided at that point I'm going to follow through on my commitment. Yeah, I threw the suit on. I tried to get back into my old employment. I did try to do those things, but the truth be told, and where I was at in my life, I decided at that moment, you know what? If I really want to define what happiness is for me, if I want to become a happy person, then what I'm going to have to do is what Youre, my therapist, told me while I was in rehab. And that's, I'm going to have to find a minimum wage paying job. And I did. I found a job at a gym handing out towels and cleaning up bathrooms and wiping down fitness equipment where all the pretty girls worked out, where all my old customers worked out. And it was in Arlington Heights, Illinois. And it was a rude awakening. Here I am wearing sweatpants going to work instead of a suit. No longer have the lifestyle that I had before. But I'll tell you what, I was pretty happy because I made a commitment to work at minimum wage. And this is the best part of the story. I made that commitment, and then they said, do you want to get into sales and sell memberships and sell personal training and sell tanning and sell supplements? Yes, let me at it. So I did do the minimum wage job, but then I quickly found a way to get involved in sales. And then I used my sales principles that I learned from teaching and all that other stuff with sales. And I applied it, and I did very well with them. And I had a great time. It was a great job, but boy, I could not do it. Working around 19-year-olds when I was in my late 30s, that was tough for me to do. Met a lot of great people, had a lot of great relationships. I'm so glad that I did it, but I'm so glad that I left there. And to this day, what I learned from working at that organization, working in the fitness industry for what was it, 9 months, almost a year, I said, I learned so much that I applied it to my new position, and I've taken a lot of the good material with. The fact of the matter is this. I've been through so much, and I've been through a lot, and I've had ups and I've had downs. But really, when I got rid of my pride, my ego, and my attitude, when I just let it all go away, and I put everything out there in the universe or in God's hands, and just, you know what, all I want to do is I just want to be sober. I just want to be a better person. I just want to be a better salesperson. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll take my beating, and then at the end of it, I want to know that I've actually done my best. And that's what's happened. That's true. That's what's in any area of my life. I put myself through Marine boot camp. I got myself involved in the martial arts. I tried bodybuilding for a minute, and I put myself in these situations where I really wanted to desperately be successful, but I learned so much about myself on the path to being successful. And that's what I really wanted. I wanted to know a little bit more about myself. I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more. So when there's an opportunity and somebody says to me and they go, here's how bad my life is right now. Here's what I believe is going to happen if I don't start straightening things out. And I need your help, Dan, to get to the next level. Can you please help me? Yeah, but let's make sure that this is a good fit. And let's walk through this. Here's where you're at. Here's where you think you're going to be. But I know it's going to be far worse if you don't change things. And the fact is, if you're going to live at average or below average, what's the point of even living anyway? No, I'm not trying to say to end it all. I'm saying let's look at things differently. Your viewpoint might be the only problem that you have. Not a work ethic, not a, you don't need to go full-blown crazy on the no comfort zone. It might just be changing your focus somewhere. And if you need different focus, I can help you with that. There's so many different things that you can do to get a better outlook on life. Some of it's going to start from the inside, and some of it, like I needed to do, I need to get myself into a frenzy, into this no comfort zone, so I can actually start to feel alive again. And that's what the whole no comfort zone is to me, to get me feeling alive again, to challenge myself well enough to be good enough so that when opportunity comes that I really want, those massive opportunities, that I'm ready for them. And it happens time and time again. I would love to tell you more. Go to the nocomfortzone.com or continue to listen to this podcast on a regular basis. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, and if this thing motivates you in some way, shape, or form, I would love an opportunity for you to do a video testimonial. Leave me a comment or a review. Greatly need it, desperately looking for it. Please do it so I can help as many people as possible get out of their comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.